Alrighty, take two. I just love the camera. Okay, today actually, it's I don't know what time it is, 2 o'clock, 2:30. I have a guest with me, and she's going to introduce herself. She's doing the camera, and go ahead, talk.
Hi, well, I'll tell you my story. Barbara and I recently reconnected, but a few years ago I had reached out to her for a reading, and at the time, it was a phone reading first of all, and I thought, how could Barbara Mackey ever read me over the phone? I really wanted to meet her in person, but our schedules just didn't connect. So she did the reading. She told me a few things that I really wasn't happy with, and I got off the phone and I was disappointed.
No, you weren't disappointed, you were disgusted.
Okay. Disgusted.
That's
Disgusted.
even better.
You're right, okay. I was being polite, disgusted. Barbara told me one of the things she said is a man that I was seeing that he just wasn't good for me, and he was deceitful. And the second thing she told me was that she asked me who was involved with marijuana. And I didn't
And that would
know.
be everybody in the United States, I guess.
And that I would need a lawyer soon. And we did need a lawyer, and he was the one involved with marijuana. So in retrospect, Barbara was spot on, and I realized at that point that she really was the real deal, and she knew what she was doing. And here I am today recording her.
Yeah, it was just by fluke. I went to the car wash, and there her card was. And when I called her up, she was like, yes, you did a reading for me. And I was like in trepidation thinking, did I do a good job? Because you always want to do a good job. You know, you never know. You know, you still question yourself even after all these years. Like, you know, did I hit it? Because I'm sure there's some people that I don't hit it with, but they never call me and tell me I'm lousy. So, you know, you do get good feedback. So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Barbara Mackey. Welcome to my psychic world. I'm a channeler. I get in touch with people that have passed on. I don't really like to do that work too much because I feel like I'm dying, that I'm literally buried alive and I have dirt over my face and I can't breathe. Excuse me. I do psychic work, where psychic and channeling and medium is different. I get a thought in my head like, I think I'll have a tuna fish sandwich. So you get a thought like, who's Ziggy? And that happens to be someone's grandfather. So where the messages come from, I don't know, but I consider myself like a DNA reader, that your DNA is like a blueprint of your life. If someone says to me, or if they come to me and I say, gee, my head hurts. Why does my head hurt? And my boyfriend hit me in the head last night. I was like, oh God, you know, my head is killing me. And, you know, I'm an empath and I could feel people's pain. Unlike, you know, the president that said, I feel your pain. He didn't feel your pain. I'm feeling your pain, okay? So, I started doing this work a long time ago. I had a precognitive dream about my boyfriend. He was going to pass. I was called to the hospital. They welcomed me into the hospital. Come. And they said, we have his body here. Would you like to identify it? I told him about the dream. He didn't listen to me. He was drunk that night. He was playing cards. I said to him, please do not drive the car. He said, his last words to me, his final words to me were, take the keys, bitch. It was the last time I ever saw him. And they called me from the hospital and they said, we have so-and-so here. Would you come down, please? It was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I flew down there screaming on top of my lungs that he was dead. And he was dead. They called me into the hospital. They said, we're sorry to say, would you identify his body? And he was on the gurney, as cold as granite. And that was the beginning. I didn't want to live anymore. I went away on a spiritual weekend. It was like 95 degrees. It was all these people that I didn't know. They were readers, body workers. They had no air conditioning for me. Oh my God. And they had vegetarian food. It was disgusting. I was like, what am I doing here? But someone said to me, "Hey, psst, psst, come here. I want to do a reading for you." And I was like, "Okay." So I sat under the the tree, and she read my cards, and she said, "You do what we do." And I said, "No, I sell screws, nuts, and bolts." "Oh, no, 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 you have the gift. You have the gift." And I was like, "Yeah, right." So she said, "You're going to do this for a living one day, and you're going to be famous." And I was like, I didn't think much of it. So then I got acquainted very well with these two mediums, the Reverend Helen Williams and Edith Cantor, my two mentors. They were in their 80s, and once a week we would do a roundtable discussion in Trenton, New Jersey, and I would make tea and go get Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I'd wait on them, and they would test me, do the cards, do the straight, do this, do that, do this, and they were like, "Isn't she great?" And I was like, "I don't want to do this." They're good. "You're going to do it." So this is interesting. When Helen died, I was with another psychic. Now, she had a proper burial. She had the wake. Everybody was talking about her work as a psychic, and I thought this was wonderful. And how wonderful she was. She was a reverend. And there is a procession that you have. You go past someone's house after they die in honor of them, and then you go to where they're buried. And the psychic I was with said to me, "Barbara, you have cobalt blue spots all over your face and all over your head." And I was like, that must be Helen's spirit. Because she said to me, "When I pass, I'm going to enter you, and I'm going to help you in this world." So that was kind of a freaky thing, but I thought it was normal. And then I said, "Where do we eat?" Because that's all I care about. When are we going to eat? That's in every instance in my life. Chow time. So I then was with an Iranian, and he was very psychic himself. And I was starting to do readings, and he said to me, "You have to charge." And I said, "No, that's not right to charge." He said, "No, honey, they're taking your energy." He was smarter than me. He was a scientist. And I said, "Energy? What's energy? I don't know what energy is." He says, "Energy is the field we all have around each other." So we were a good match. He was a scientist. I was the mystic. So I started to charge, and little by little, people came to me in droves. And now it's been years. I've been working very hard. You have to do this work with the purest of intentions. And I could go on and on about so many stories that were wonderful. But I could be here all day in front of this camera, which I would just love. But I think Leslie has to go home. So I'm going to end it with, I am a clairvoyant. Excuse me. I do get in touch with people that pass. I'm a psychic. I can read you and tell you what's wrong with you. I could see your body, what's wrong with your body as far as health conditions. Animals, I talk to the animals, and I listen to them, and they listen to me, and I love them. And I've also done The Haunted, Animal Planet, The Haunted. I did 4 episodes for them. And I just recently did why do I hear bells? Oh. Bells, I hear bells. What the hell? Turn that phone off. So anyway, I recently did A Deadly Affair, and it was the channel, Discovery Channel ID. So look for me then in September. You're going to love it. I'm doing a murder case that I did 10 years ago, the Jennifer Palmer case. And of course my family thinks I'm nuts. They disown me. A psychic? Oh, we think not. No, 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 no. The Van Meerbecks do not do psychic readings. We are wasps, okay? I have news for them. On my father's side, we're Jewish. So, anyway, that's about it. And I don't know what else you want to know. I'm not going to tell you my weight. I'm not going to tell you my age. I'm not going to tell you my Social Security number. I will tell you my blood type, though, in case you need blood. It's AB negative, and it's the rarest blood in the world. So if you need any blood, give me a call.
That one was a little bit.